Hi, I'm Kayoko Dan, the music director of Chattanooga Symphony and Opera, and I invite you to our concert on Thursday, September 11th at 7:30 at Tivoli Theatre. And here with me is our soprano soloist, Pamela Hinchman, joining us to talk about this week's program. So when I found out that the concert is going to be on September 11th, I was thinking about what September 11th means to us. And usually it's associated with anger, it's associated with sadness, it's associated with fear. But people have been using music to celebrate life, and then to uplift your spirit. And we thought Beethoven's Ninth Symphony is such a perfect way to bring that kind of beautiful spirit to that.
When you talk about September 11th and how, you know, it caused us all to have this huge fissure globally, with people taking sides, us and them. And the whole purpose of the Beethoven Ode to Joy, the symphony, is to celebrate brotherhood and mankind and joy and transcendent universality. And so I think it's a wonderful, wonderful piece to be doing on September 11th. I hadn't even put that together, and that's just so incredibly powerful.
What I wanted to create is this kind of transcendent atmosphere. So we decided to open with Charles Ives' Unanswered Questions. And it's just this really mysterious piece that opens with really quiet strings, and solo trumpet off stage answers a question, and he has this line, like this melody, short melody, that he keeps repeating over and over. And after the trumpet asks a question, a flute quartet answers him, first calmly and slowly, and every time the trumpet asks the same question over and over, flutes get really agitated and maybe irritated and gets faster. And articulation gets more harsh. But meanwhile, strings are really calm. It's like, it just creates this nice, solid foundation of just beautiful sound.
I've been doing research on Google and YouTube. We were really lucky to have those mediums, and so I've gone and explored different symphony recordings and different soloists. And one interesting tidbit of information I came up with was Beethoven was deaf, insane, and syphilitic when he wrote this. But his conception for the soloists were that he wanted an innocence and a purity to the tone. And so he hired an 18-year-old soprano, which is unbelievable, and a 21-year-old mezzo. And he had them in front of the orchestra so that they were closer to the audience. Wagner then decided that he wanted the symphonic to be stronger, and so he put the soloists behind the orchestra, thus making it necessary to have really huge gargantuan voices like Jesse Norman and Martin Arroyo, and that really wasn't Beethoven's intent. So I think that's kind of interesting for performance practice.
Well, whenever I study any score, I get a score, and I spend a lot of time with them. First just staring at them and just studying, you know, harmonic and phrasal analysis and whatever comes with score studying. And then, like Pamela was saying, there's a lot of YouTube and Google stuff around, so I listen to different recordings and see what's out there. And then slowly I began to formulate ideas of how I want to shape this music and how we want to present it to on Thursday. Pamela would say Pamela.
Of course. But no, I'll quote Verdi, actually. Verdi said that there will never be a piece that can compare to the first movement of Beethoven 9, that it's perfection. He said, and he was a vocal composer, of course, and he said, now the voice part, maybe not so much. There are a lot of difficulties in the vocal writing. It's very instrumental, and that with the beloved poetry that I already praised is really difficult to sing. So I would say to come away listening to all of the fugues and the instrumental writing in the first movement in particular.
Yeah, first movement is awesome.
Yeah.